Hello, hello everyone. We will start in 1 minute. Okay, so let's get started. Welcome, welcome everybody. Quickly share my screen as we are getting started. Okay, I see some of you are new. You're doing the first session. Welcome. So this is BlissConsciousness healing program. So today's schedule, we are gonna review the MoneyLove book that we read last week. So in BlissConsciousness, if you're not aware of it, every week we read one consciousness book and we learn the lessons that the book is teaching us in order to raise our vibrational frequency. And again, from the very first book that we read, The Power versus Force, taught us that reading such books has a huge impact in our consciousness and how it improves, raises our vibrational frequency. So that's what this process is about. And then we will have a 30-minute healing on releasing. So each week we have a different type of healing. Today we are gonna heal the physical body. So what happens is when we are going through the life from birth until now, we might have had different types of trauma, especially in childhood. Even when a small child, a 2 or 3-year-old child, when he or she is left alone, even that creates trauma. And trauma doesn't really mean like a huge trauma, even small things. When a child thinks that he or she is not loved, that creates trauma. So all of that usually gets stuck in our physical body. So that's what we are going to release today. And then we will be doing 15-minute silent mantra meditation. And this silent mantra meditation, I would be giving you the mantra of today. And during these 15 minutes of silence, I will be silent and all of us will be silent. During the silence, you will be hearing the mantra in your mind over and over again. And today's mantra is going to be, the sound is going to be gum. And I'm going to show you what that word and sound looks like. So what you will be doing is as if you are repeating it in your mind throughout the 15 minutes. Of course, when we are meditating, some thoughts might come in, and that's okay. It's normal that we are repeating this mantra and then our mind suddenly brings in a thought. And if it does, just allow the thought to come in, and when you become aware of it, come back to the mantra and keep repeating. You're not using your lips. All you're doing is just repeating the mantra in your mind. And I'll be showing you how that sounds like before we get started. And then towards the last 15 minutes, we are going to do manifestation through the quantum jump. Okay, so let's get started with the book review, Money Love. I hope you all, those of you who read the book last week, had a fantastic ride on learning a lot of truth about money. And Jerry especially, I love this author. He puts things in such a clear perspective, as well as most of the concepts that he is talking about is completely contrary to the common social beliefs that we have. It's totally against the norms, which is what is the truth. So every book that we are choosing to read, I usually test to see what the vibrational frequency is, which tells us the truth of the of what is contained in the book, which again we learned from Power versus Force how to do it. So all of these books contain the highest truth, which might be opposite to what we believe. So this one book is such an example, and it consists of how we can move from poverty consciousness to prosperity consciousness. And it also has amazing prosperity proclamations is what it is called as, but it is rather affirmations. And these affirmations, usually now I do a lot of psyche sessions. Psyche sessions are amazing because once you know what type of beliefs you need in your subconscious, you can immediately use that to use the tool to, it just takes 5 to 10 minutes to reprogram those beliefs. So I'm going to give you these 7 proclamations or affirmations or beliefs that is in this book, which you can use your own tools to reprogram your subconscious mind. So let's get started. The first concept in this book is money is love. And it also says that the strongest single factor in prosperity consciousness is self-esteem. So even a person who has no money in the bank account can still have the prosperity consciousness by just having that self-esteem. So prosperity, according to this particular author, has nothing to do with how much money you have or you don't have. Prosperity is a state of mind. And this state of mind is what decides even a small action that we are taking every day in our life. We might be thinking, should I go to that party or not? And in that, we are making these decisions with either the poverty consciousness that we have or the prosperity consciousness that we have. So every small decision that we are making, every thought is coming from the so-called glasses that we have, right? So the more we clear these glasses off of all the falseness, the truth comes to us easily. So when you love yourself, so what the author says here, when you love yourself, make it bigger. Okay, so when you love yourself, that love energy will go out to the world and will come back in the form of money. And again, this goes back to self-love. And over again, nowadays, I attract information from so many different sources, which tells me again and again that self-love is what is money. And the more we start loving ourselves, the more money will come to us, because if you take that money in your hand, the bills that we have, and if you can see it from an energetic perspective, all you will see in that paper is just love. So money is another form of love. And that's what the author says. 3 things that you need to be as wealthy as you want to be. Number 1, he says, is a clear vision of what you want. Number 2 is the belief that you will get it, the self-belief, the self-confidence, all that we work on. And number 3 is the practical skills to put that belief into action. Now, when I read this, it sounded to me more like if you have read Think and Grow Rich book, it consists of similar version, having a clear vision and then having the belief that you can get it, and then having that practical skills. Of course, we might have this vision of making, I do not know, $100,000, for example. That's the vision part. And then there is the belief part that, yes, I can achieve it. And then it is all about the practical skills we need in order to achieve that. Again, in our own professions, we are all in healing and therapy that we are doing. So that skill, it's about using that skill to reach there. So he says, just these 3 elements are enough for us to get there. Everything else depends on what beliefs we have. People who say, well, I don't want much money, just enough to get by, really don't love themselves enough to feel they deserve more. Now, this kind of statement, of course, we would have heard from multiple people in our lives. when I don't want that much money, I don't want to become rich, I don't want to be wealthy, I don't want to be a millionaire. All I need is just enough, right? And we think that is so humble, right? That's how we term it. But he says that statement is coming from poverty consciousness rather than from prosperity consciousness. Because all I need is just enough money, I don't want to be rich kind of statement is either, he says that they either fear money itself, the money itself they are fearing, or they are fearing that they might have to do something unpleasant in order to become rich, in order to become a millionaire, for example. So that is where this particular sentence or statement, and it is a social belief, I should say. And he also says it's only because they don't love themselves enough to feel that they deserve to be a millionaire. So that is the difference between poverty consciousness versus prosperity consciousness. And I can tell you 95% of everything that is happening around us comes from that poverty consciousness state of mind. 3 questions to ask yourself. Do I want to be rich? Do I believe I deserve to be rich? Do I believe I can be rich? So he says these 3 words, I want, I deserve, and I can. So those are the 3 questions you can ask yourself to see. And he also gives lots of different exercises throughout the book, which talks about how you can ask these questions and write these answers. And from the answers that you are writing, you will be able to understand whether those answers are coming from the poverty or the prosperity side of things. Poverty consciousness is always the result of what others have told you, versus prosperity consciousness is the result of what you tell yourself. So what that means is prosperity consciousness is something we build on ourselves. As I said, 95% of what is in the world is coming from poverty consciousness. Most of our beliefs, especially if we have gone through a childhood growing up with parents who are themselves struggling for financially, then obviously 99% of the programs in our minds and the words we speak and the thoughts we think are automatically going to come from that poverty consciousness, unless we teach ourselves the prosperity consciousness. And how, as I said, prosperity has nothing to do with money. And again, he gives amazing examples in the book. I can't afford it. Now, this statement is something that you and I would have heard at least 1,000,000 times. We might have said it ourselves. Oh, I wish I had that car, but I can't afford it, right? So he takes a totally different route on this statement. I can't afford it is one of the favorite comments of poverty conscious people. It's often a lie, almost always an untruth. He says he himself was saying this particular statement. He talks about him talking to Dr. Wayne Dyer. I do not know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. So he had a conversation. Dr. Wayne, again, is an amazing author. He has amazing books. So he says the first book that Dr. Wayne wrote, he took a trip around the world to sell his book, to give this book to people. And Jerry, who is the author of this book, was talking to Dr. Wayne, and Jerry wrote this particular book, and he did not know how to promote it. So Dr. Wayne suggested him that he takes this kind of world-round trip, and for that, the author told him that I can't afford to travel around the world. So for that, Dr. Wayne replied, you really got to stop thinking about what you can afford to do, because you can really afford to do anything that you decide you want to do. And that statement just blows away all of these mindsets that we have, or the thoughts or the beliefs that we have, that I can't afford it, right? Yeah, you might see that Mercedes Benz and you might think, I can't afford it. And we might as well say it. But the thing is, if you really want that, that Mercedes Benz in front of you, if you really want that, if you believe you can have it, then he says you will be able to afford it. There is nothing in this world called I can't afford it. If you want something very badly, then you can afford it. And of course, there should be at least 100 different things that had happened in our lives that once we thought, oh, I will not be able to afford that. Maybe we saw a program or a course or something that we wanted to buy. We thought that we can't afford it. But later, just because we were so determined to do that, to get that, you might have faced in your lives that at the end of the day, you were in fact able to afford that. Multiple such things happened in my life. When I got started in all of this healing journey, I was going through the certifications, healing modality certifications, and each of the certifications were like $1,000, $2,000. I was like, when I got started, I will not be able to afford that, right? $2,000, where is it going to come from? But later, maybe like 3 months, 6 months down the line, I was sitting in that class paying that $2,000. So all of that, when I read the statement, I was like, yes, when I want something so badly, I have the power. I have the power to create that in my life. And the statement of I can't afford it, maybe we have to translate it that I don't want it, right? Or I'm not badly in need of it. There's no sentence. Let's take that statement off of our dictionary that I can't afford it. Every time you say or you hear that word, let us remember what that other person is saying is that he or she is not really wanting the thing that they are looking for. And this might be some of your clients. Your clients might come to you and tell $100 for a session or a $500 for a session. Sorry, I can't afford that, right? So when you hear that statement, you will know it's not that they can't afford it, it's that they are not badly in need of it. So true prosperity is living easily and happily in the real world, whether you have money or not. So this is what I had been saying, and this again comes from the book. It's not about the money that we have. The prosperity is how we are living inside of us. You know, the thoughts, the behavior, the actions that we are doing states our prosperity consciousness. So here are some of the beautiful examples that he has given about what prosperity consciousness really looks like. So he says when he was young and his father did two main important things that he says that helped him develop his prosperity consciousness. Number one was, even if we had only $200 in the bank, we still withdrew it and went to seashore during vacation. My father meaning the author's father, says that vacations are important. Now, this is one thing from my personal background, from how I lived my life. Taking vacations was not something, the word vacation was not in my dictionary. It was always work, work, work. The more you work, the more money you will make, the more success you will get. So that had been my life pattern. And now, after I start learning about how much important this kind of vacation or this kind of relaxation time period, I'm forcing myself to just take my attention off of the computer, off of the work that I'm doing, and just give myself a break, a vacation, just totally. And I love the book where it says about being just loafing around, you know, like how we have so much negative beliefs about just simply wasting time, right? So that's the word that we use. Why are you simply sitting and wasting time? And he puts it in totally a different frame. He says, in fact, that's the best thing you can do. Take that break and just sit simply. And that's when your conscious mind is not, you know, processing all of this work that you're doing. That's when your subconscious mind and the internal you will get the chance to talk to yourself. It's about we talking to ourselves. So that's what that idleness can give us. But we are living in a world which always criticizes us when we sit idle, when we are not doing anything and just simply sitting and wasting time. right? Wasting time, that's the word. It's not a waste of time, is what this book says. The second thing, no matter what the current financial situation, we ate at a restaurant on weekend nights. Those two habits are examples of prosperity consciousness. And he also says during when he was being brought up during that time frame, there was all this war and stuff that was going on, and therefore going to a restaurant to have a dinner is not something people at that time were doing. So he says these two actions helped him, because that's what prosperity consciousness looks like. Regardless of the money that we have, regardless of our life situation, how nice it would be for us to take that time off for ourselves and relax and enjoy the moment, as well as going out for a dinner. And I personally, when everything that the author discussed in this book, I was like looking back at my life and relating it. Oh my God, that's what I was doing. So there was a time period in my life where my bank account was negative. I was going through so much pain in my life. But I remember almost every evening, I made it a point, I go out, I go to a restaurant, and usually the restaurants that I go to is like low charging. So it's not expensive, it's very less. So I was able to afford that small dinner every day night that I go with my husband. So, and now when I think back, I was like, every time I was at that dinner, at that restaurant, looking at people, I still felt, even though my bank account was in such a bad situation, I felt that ease, I felt that happiness. I was like, yes, now I think back and I'm like, oh, that's what prosperity consciousness is. Others' success, he also talks about when we are envying or hating when other people achieve success, especially success in terms of money. When somebody makes so much money, billionaires and millionaires, when we are looking at them with this kind of resentment or envy at some part or inside of us, he says it is usually self-destructive. When we are looking at the success of others in terms of money, in terms of wealth, or in terms of career, whatever it is, he says one group of people see it as a form of punishment and they envy them, they judge them, versus the other group of people look at it from a perspective of, wow, that's amazing. They enjoy others' success and they realize that it is an opportunity for them to learn by example. So every time we see somebody successful, a billionaire or a millionaire, it's important. Again, all of that is coming from our society programming that we have. Again, it's about feeling into what feelings are coming in my heart when I look at those successful people, those people who are flying in private jets and going to 5-star restaurants or hotels. Can I learn from them rather than judging them that they are bad or they are doing something wrong in this world? And especially in social media and all of that, we are seeing these rich people are the people whom we target. And even with the coronavirus and the stuff that's going on, everybody wants to blame that on some rich person or something or some other country or whatever it is. So all of that, everything, as I said, 95% of what's going in our lives are all from other people that's coming in, all are from that poverty consciousness. And it takes amazing effort from our end to remove us from that society programming that's going on. He asks, do you allow yourself to be put down or inspired by the financial success of other people? So let's make it a point when we are seeing somebody succeeding, whether financially or through career or profession, whatever it is, let's change the thoughts in our mind to what can I learn from them? They are the best examples. They are successful. What can I learn from them? Yes, all 95 people around you might be blaming them, complaining them, judging them, but let's be different and start thinking differently from the perspective of what can I learn from them. And visual creative imagination, he says a lot about imagining. He says all of these affirmations that he has given, and he's saying us while we are doing these affirmations to do this visual creative imagination of seeing the money coming into our life, living as if we have all of that money. So with this regards to the creative imagination, he says there's this big secret, which is your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between facts and imagined facts. I think I first learned and heard about this, I think it was in the Secret movie. And at that time, I did not recognize the importance of it, but the movie contained what they call the visual motor rehearsal or something of that sort, where they had these athletes, all the Olympic athletes, and they made them sit with all the wires plugged in their brain, and they tell the athletes to imagine, the Olympic athletes to imagine as if they are running the race and as if they have won the Olympic medal. And they were monitoring all of this in the big screen with the monitoring devices, and they were able to see that when they are imagining that as if they are running in the track, the muscles in their body were in fact working. And that was amazing, just by sitting. And if you want to exercise, for example, if you're sitting and visualizing as if you are exercising, that itself is making the muscles in your body work. And that's the power. That's what this big secret is about. And if you see in my healing sessions, I make you imagine going back. So there's two things I'm doing in the Bliss Consciousness healing session. One is imagining going to your past and changing that past that I do make you do, as well as then after the 15-minute silent meditation, we do the manifestation. So that is the future. I take you to the future. I make you imagine as if you are successful. Now, what's happening inside of our subconscious mind is, regardless of whether it is the past or the future, and I'm also using this concept that time is an illusion. There's nothing called time, which is the universal truth of the universe. So when there is no time, your past and the future is existing right now. Even though from our human mind, from our human perspective, we might think, no, past is past, I can't change the past, right? We would have heard it over and over again that past is past, we can't change the past. That's not truly true, because we can change the past, because as I said, from the highest truth of the universe, the past all as well exists right now. And most of the healing modalities that we are using consists of, going through your childhood and changing the stuff, reprogramming our minds. Most of the healing modalities makes use of the same concept, because your subconscious mind doesn't know whether you are imagining it or you are seeing it in front of your actual eyes. So your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what you are seeing with your physical eyes versus what you are seeing in your mind's eye. And therefore, the healing sessions that we are doing, especially this particular Bliss Consciousness healing session I'm doing, whether it is changing the past or creating the future, your subconscious mind believes that it is happening, actually happening. And how we can intensify this process is by using all of our five senses. And that's why when I'm doing the session, I tell you to hear the bells, for example, feel, touching and feeling the wind, or smelling the roses, or smelling the incense, for example. All of these small elements that I've put together in this particular type of healing all comes from these major scientific and spiritual facts. And all of it are so important. And some of these books reveal those secrets. Okay, quickly going through the prosperity proclamations that this book gives us. So these are the 7 major prosperity affirmations that he says that we need to have. A lot more money is flowing into my life. I deserve it. I will use it for my good and that of others. Now, if you have any kind of tool in order to reprogram your subconscious mind, whether it is Psyche or RTT and many other such modalities gives you the tool to reprogram your mind. So I would highly suggest you take these 7 statements and use it and reprogram these 7 statements in your mind. In this book, they talk about affirmations. He says about repeating these statements over and over again in your mind in order to do it. But of course, with the advanced tools that we have today, with all these healing modalities, we have the ability to take these statements and then reprogram it in our mind in just few minutes or few days. Okay, so second one, I have an unlimited number of valuable ideas in my consciousness. He also talks about it's our valuable ideas that helps us make the money that we are wanting to make. Third one, I love what I do, and that love brings me all the money I want. Again, connecting love to money. He says, unless you are doing a profession or a work that you absolutely love, it's difficult for you to enter into that prosperity mindset. Fourth one, every dollar I circulate enriches the economy and comes back to be multiplied. Now, this particular belief helps us remove all the resentment or fear or the scarcity that we might feel when we are spending money, right? All of us have this kind of cringing kind of a feeling that comes when we are spending money, giving money, sending money to something. But what if, and this book again says, spending money is one of the best things you can do in order to improve your prosperity consciousness, and spending money actually helps you make more money. And this belief will helps you do that. Every dollar I circulate enriches the economy and then comes back to me multiplied. So you should, at the end of the day, you should feel happy and loving and grateful when you are spending money, and not resenting and fearing that you are spending money. Every dollar I bank is accumulated wealth for my own personal pleasure. So this comes from the prosperity banking that he talks about. There's one whole chapter on that. So he says, just leaving the money in your bank account. So again, it should not be from a perspective of scarcity and of fear that, oh, I'm saving money, right? The saving money word has a lot of fear attached to it. So this belief helps you overcome that. No matter what I do, my financial worth increases every day. This goes back to, sitting idle. Especially when we are sitting idle for one whole day, or we are not taking any action, we feel as if we are not improving, right? So this belief helps us to let go of all of those limiting beliefs. All my investments are profitable either in money or valuable experience. And this goes into investing and growing your money. Okay, so that's about the book. There's so much more to the book, but I'm just quickly covering the 30-minute portion of it. Please do read the book, and it's highly transformative. Okay, so silent mantra meditation for today. The sound that we will be using is gum, and each week we will be using different. And again, this comes from the name of the Indian god, which is Ganapati, and that's the first word, which is the sound of gum. And it is said from the ancient texts that this is the seed sound of Ganapati, who is believed to be the son of Shiva and Parvati. Again, they are Indian gods. And remover, he is said to be the remover of obstacles and brings success in endeavors. But I want to make sure that you understand, even though I'm talking about the Indian gods, I should tell you that this has nothing to do with the religion. The sound that we are using, if you know the universal truth and principles, you will know that the universe itself was created through sound. And Om, for example, is what is creating the universe. So these sounds has the ability to heal. So that's the reason these specific words are chosen, and this is coming from ancient, even before any Hindu religion or even before any religions existed. These were the first healing books that were written. So that's where this is coming from. The book of next week We are going full on money this time. You will feel as if this book is going to be part 2 of the Money Love, even though it's coming from a totally different author, written at a totally different time period. And this is money isn't the problem, you are. Right? We always say, oh, I have a money problem. Money is always a problem in my life. We always put money with this word problem. But he says, money is not the problem, you are. And it's an amazing book which just deepens our knowledge. As I said, you will feel as if this is part 2 of the Money Love book that you read last time. It has amazing truths, highest truths about money, and this is going to blow you once again. By Gary Douglas. He is the founder of Access Consciousness, which is another healing modality, and this is amazing. So next week I'm looking forward to share more about the book. Okay, so that is it. Let's get started with our healing session. Releasing the trauma stuck in the body is what we are going to do today. You can take a sip of water and just comfortably relax yourself. Okay, let's get started. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let's allow all of that information, all of that knowledge and wisdom that we learned today about money. Let it all sink in, letting that information move from our conscious mind into our subconscious mind, taking it in, absorbing it in. And let's now move down from our mind into our heart. Focus into your heart. Let go of all your thoughts, releasing yourself, relaxing your muscles. Allow your shoulders to fall down, relaxing your body. And into your heart. And you can see this beautiful star inside your heart, the beautiful light. And now let's expand. And this is the soul or the Atman that we discuss about. And let's expand this beautiful light, expanding it outside of our body, glowing like a star. And as it expands, you see that you are just energy. You don't see your body anymore. You see the light that you are, this beautiful star that you are. And let's expand this ball of light throughout the building that we are in. And as you just set this intention, you see this beautiful expansion happening. And now, let's go ahead and expand it throughout the city that you are in, expanding it even bigger throughout the state. See the mountains and the rivers and the oceans just turning into white light as it expands. The trees and the birds transforming into this beautiful white light. And let's expand it even bigger throughout the country that you are in. See the people in your country transforming and changing into this white light. Seeing the truth of who we are in our mind's eye. Everything that we think are separate, we see that it is not separate. In fact, we are all connected. We share our energy with the birds and the trees and the oceans. And we share this energy, which is like a beautiful network that goes around from human to human. And see the connection that we all have with each other. And expand this beautiful ball of light throughout this planet Earth, becoming one with Mother Earth. And see the land converting into this beautiful white light. And see that you are not separate from Earth. You are one with the Earth. And now let's expand in all 6 directions, above you, below you, right and left, and front and back. Keep expanding your consciousness out of all the planets, out of all the galaxies, out of the solar system. Becoming one with all the planets, all the galaxies, and all that exists. And becoming one with this whole universe. And entering into the 4th plane and the 5th plane of existence. Moving over and above and out. And expanding it even bigger. Into the 7th plane of existence as you see the door opening. Into the 7th plane, and you see this beautiful spark of light. Beautiful unconditional love, and you see this white tingly light. Of the Source Creator, and becoming one with the Absolute, with the Source Creator, with the Divine Intelligence. And see this white tingly light completely encompassing this complete universe inside us, inside the animals, inside the birds, inside the mountains. We are composed of this beautiful, unconditional love light of the Source Creator, of all that is. And let's now walk into the beautiful healing temple in the 7th plane of existence. It looks like a beautiful white crystal made of snowy crystal. And all of us are entering into this healing temple, which looks like a beautiful white dome in a circular shape. And see us all entering in, walking in to this temple. And you can walk around, look around, allow your creative, imaginative power to show you what's inside of this healing temple. You will see different alchemy symbols, sacred geometry, different colors. different light beings, high vibrational light beings. You will hear the sound of the bells, of the singing bowls. You will be able to smell the incense and the flowers. You will be able to feel the warmth in your skin, the cooling breeze that comes in, and the high vibrational energy of this healing temple going through, in and around us. And now we are sitting in the center, in the form of a circle. In the center, you see a beautiful sacred geometry like a mandala, and we are sitting around in a circle, holding our hands right and left, and tapping into the power of this group energy. Let all the healing that each one of us receive, let all of us be able to receive it. Every limiting belief, every negative emotion that each one of us release in the session, I'm setting the intention that it is released by everyone, multiplying the healing that each one of us are receiving. And now let's call forth on all our guides and angels and archangels and spirit animals and ascended masters and the beautiful gods and goddesses who are looking at us, helping us throughout this particular lifetime. I call in on my guides and angels, and let's call forth on each of your guides and angels. Each one of you have 2 or more guardian angels, and also calling forth on our spirit animals and all the spirit animals who would love to join us in this session and calling forth. And you will see these beautiful spirit animals sitting on our lap, running around us, hugging us, loving us. They consist of amazing positive qualities. I'm asking for all the spirit animals who have joined us now to send us their healing power, their healing energies, the positive qualities, courage, compassion, truth, the highest truth, humbleness, power, love, self-love, playfulness, and compassion. And feel these energies from the spirit animals. Each of these energies will look in different colors. And feel yourself being filled with these colors of energies that is entering into you. Allow yourself to receive. I would like to thank all the spirit animals for their wonderful work, for being with us and for helping us every step of the way. And now asking for the guides and angels and the gods and the goddesses who are with us to send us their best healing possible, and everything that each one of us are ready to release, all the negative emotions, all the attachments that we have to our physical life, to our human life, all the emotional pain and trauma that we are now ready to release as a result of us learning the lessons that we are here to learn. I'm asking all of that to be released in this beautiful healing energy coming from our guides and angels now. Allow this high vibrational energy to enter in through the top of your head, and you will see it in different colors, entering into your heart, cleaning and cleansing your third eye, cleansing your throat, cleansing and cleaning and removing the heavy energies from your heart, cleaning and cleansing your solar plexus, your sacral and your root. And allow these high vibrational energies to spin around in your energy field as it cleanses and cleans the heavy energy. I'm calling in on the violet flame of transformation and healing. You can all place your hands in a triangle position like this. If you want to open your eyes and see, you can see me. Triangle represents fire. I'm invoking the violet flame of healing and transformation, and see it in the center of the circle. This beautiful flame of huge height, it is so tall. And I'm asking for the violet flame to now expand and go through us and around us and in us, inside us, burning off all the heavy energies. It is not hot, it is just warm, and it is comfortable. And allow yourself to let go. Just letting go. Letting go of the anger. Letting go of the resentment, of the fear, of the doubts, of the self-sabotage. Every way that you are thinking that you're not good enough. Let's just let go of it. Release it in this violet flame. And I want you to see it in your energy field. See these bubbles of energy bursting and transforming into light. These bubbles of energy that represents the heavy energy, that represents the negative emotions that we have stored. And see all these dark energy releasing from your energy field. And now I'm calling in the source creator, all that is the divine intelligence. You will see it as a beautiful white tingly light coming through the center of the dome towards the center of the circle. And welcome the creator with gratitude, with love, with happiness and with joy. And I'm seeing this beautiful white tingly light expanding throughout the circle, expanding throughout the healing temple. And feel the difference in the energy. Feel the difference in the energy of the Source Creator, the highest vibrational energy of unconditional love. And feel it and experience how unconditional love feels like. Unconditional love towards yourself, towards other humans, towards everything that this earth life has given us. And breathe it in and absorb it into every single cell in your body. And now we are starting a body healing. I would like for you to imagine a beautiful screen opening in front of you. And I'm going to ask you a question that brings up different events that happened in your life that you will be seeing in the screen. What is the biggest trauma that you experienced in your life? What is the biggest trauma that you experienced in your life? What is the first thing that comes? And see the event running in this screen. And I want you to be there and experience that, go through that. What happened? Who said what? And how did it make you feel? And what was that trauma? And now, see yourself going through that pain, that struggle. And now I want you to tune into your body. Where in your body is that pain, that trauma stuck in your body? You will be able to sense it in different parts of your body. You will be able to see it. What color do you see it as? Scan your body top to down and go with your first intuitive feeling. And what color do you see it as? What texture does it look like? What shape is it? Is it circular? Is it square shaped? Is it just an irregular shape? What shape does it have? How does it feel like? What is the temperature? Is it hot or is it cold? And now I want you to ask this part of your body, this energy which is stuck inside, the pain and trauma that is stuck in your body. Ask, what does it need? And let's expand it. Let's talk to it. Let's embrace it as we are now ready to release it. Go ahead and expand this color. Expand it throughout your body. And don't fear when you're doing this. Until we are contracting it and compressing it, it cannot be released. This process of expansion allows it to be released. See this color growing in your body and throughout your body. And now expand it even bigger out of your body. And ask, what does it need to release itself? Because it is just stuck and it wants to go. What does it need? to be released. You might hear love, you might hear courage, you might hear compassion, you might hear trust. What does it need? What does it need from you? Is it love? Is it compassion? Is it trust? Is it taking back your power? And love it. Love it for teaching the lesson that it is trying to teach you. And now you can tell this pain and trauma, thank you for being with me for all these years. Thank you for teaching me the lessons that you had been trying to teach me. And finally today, I have heard you and I'm ready to release you. Thank you. And now, see the beautiful source light from above. And I want you to imagine a color. If it is courage, what color does courage represent to you? If it is compassion, what color does compassion look like? If it is taking back your power, what does the color, how does power look like? And see that coming from the top of your head. And as it comes down into your head, see the pain and trauma releasing out slowly and sending it with love and gratitude. See this courage, this power, this compassion filling you up into your head, into your body, into your hips, into your legs, until the bottom of your feet. And see the pain and trauma releasing and splitting into 1,000 pieces and transforming into the truth, transforming into light. And breathe this new energy into every single cell in your body. The courage, the compassion, the power, the trust, the self-belief, the self-confidence. Breathe it in. And now, see the beautiful violet flame going through your body, in your feet, in your legs, into your muscles, into your bones, into your internal organs, into your root, into your digestive system, into your lungs, into your stomach. See the violet flame into your shoulders, into your hands and fingers, into your face and eyes and hair, and throughout your energy field around you. And I'm asking this violet flame to release all other pain, trauma, heavy energy, negative emotions stuck in your body. And we are now starting the 15-minute silent meditation as we are going to sit in this violet flame, allowing the violet flame to burn out all the pain and trauma in our body. Everything that we have experienced from when we entered into our mother's womb, from when our body developed until now. And see this, feel this violet flame in every single cell in your body. You might feel different feelings in different parts of your body. You might feel a bit of pain or just tingliness. And wherever it feels, just give it your focus and see the violet flame releasing it from your body, from your skin, from your eyes, nose, lips, and tongue, and your brain, and your forehead. We are going to use the sound of gum, which is the remover of the obstacles and helps us bring in the success. We are going to repeat the sound of gum in our minds over and over again for the next 15 minutes as we sit in this violet flame and feel that transformation along with the sound healing that we are doing. I will repeat the sound 3 times and I will stay silent for the next 15 minutes. If any thoughts come up, if any events in your life comes up, just allow it to come and go back to your mantra. Breathing in, gum. 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 Taking a deep breath. And allowing the violet flame to release and clean and cleanse our body. I'm asking for the beautiful white light of the Source Creator to finish the body healing process. See the beautiful white light coming from above, just showering us, cleaning and cleansing our body, and filling up again with unconditional love. Every way the heavy energy has released, see all the spaces getting filled back up with unconditional love of the Source Light until the tips of your toes. See and feel your body rejuvenated once again in this beautiful light. And take a deep breath as we are now moving into the manifestation process. See the beautiful screen in front. And let's now create your future. And all the changes that we have done today is going to change your future from now. And see this new future shown in front, and everything that you had sent me that you want to create. See yourself after the session, taking a break, and see yourself tomorrow, starting to work on your projects, taking actions, and receiving those messages and emails and calls from your clients. See yourself 1 week from now and see the positive responses that you are receiving, the reviews and the testimonials that your clients are giving, and you achieving the dreams that you want to change, that the changes that you wanted in your life starting to take place exactly as how you wanted it to be, or even better, that you just can't believe that things are changing in your life so quickly that you never believed it was even possible. See yourself 1 month from now achieving what you wanted, and see your life just changing. See the universe turning around you, bringing you new opportunities, bringing you new ideas, sending you new people into your life who is helping you transform your life, sending you new clients and new customers and people who can help you build your business. And see yourself becoming a people magnet, attracting the right people into your life, the right opportunities, the right ideas and thoughts and actions that you're doing. And feel the happiness, feel the joy, feel the excitement that this brings. Wow, can so much change happen so soon? And feel it. And see your life transforming. See yourself smiling. See yourself talking to people around you sharing your success, sharing your stories, sharing how your life has transformed, and hear your words. Hear the words that you are speaking of the transformation. My life totally changed. My life totally transformed. And I'm manifesting my desires and my dreams. And finally, for the first time, things are coming together exactly how it has to be. And see yourself moving through this transformation. 3 months from now, feel the change and the shift and the new life that you are living. The place that you are living in, the people around you, and feel that money in abundance coming into your life, and feel your love for yourself that you have, and see it in front of your eyes, how loving yourself more and more every day is bringing in more and more money and abundance into your life. And thinking to yourself, if at all I knew this few years back, I would have changed my life. I never knew that it's so easy to change, that it is so easy to transform my life. And feel the change, feel the difference. And feel the true happiness that comes from within as you go through this transformation in your life. And see yourself 6 months from now. And breathe it in. And see the beautiful difference that this has created. See the new you, your lifestyle, the way you think, the way you act, the way you talk. Everything has totally changed. You don't even remember how you were 6 months before. This is completely a new you, filled with happiness and joy and playfulness. And see yourself jumping around, playing with your life, feeling the true fulfillment that you wanted, feeling the sense of fulfillment that this new life brings to you. And see yourself 1 year from now, completely transformed. See how your day looks like. See the new abundant life that you are living. See yourself going for a vacation. For now is your time to enjoy, for the victory, for the success that you have got in your life. Giving yourself that time to enjoy your life. You never knew that life was so beautiful. And now you feel that you are making the impact that you wanted to do, that you wanted to make in this world. You are being the change and the difference that you wanted to see in this world. And you are now changing the world as how you wanted it to be. And feel the sense of fulfillment, satisfaction, and the more love that you have for yourself. and see how loving yourself more and more every day is totally transforming and changing the life. And you now are loving the life, loving yourself, loving every aspect of you, loving your bank account, loving the money that's coming into you, loving your clients and customers, loving your partner, loving the people who live with you. And completely, truly in bliss. And you now realize and recognize that this bliss comes from within you. And feel the true bliss and joy. How blissful life is. This quantum jump is confirmed for you to access the timeline of your intention safely and effortlessly. I request that the energy released from this quantum jump is the amount that will only give a positive outflow and ease. I allow myself to be a pure, clear conduit and connection to all parallel lifetimes, universes, and dimensions to assist you to progress in the area of your intention. I request access to the healing energy for support in this transition. I request that the most successful parallel lifetime in the area of your intention is safely accessed, aligned, and configured to your current energy matrix, Akashic records, DNA, and soul blueprint. I request balance of all karmic equations have taken place. All opposition energy is removed and cancelled. All sabotage, curses, blocks, or beliefs are dissolved. Confirmation that the relevant genetic sequences are turned off that prevent the parallel time of your intention. Confirmation that the relevant genetic sequences are turned on to produce your intention so you can quantum jump to a parallel timeline of your intention. Confirmation of the successful timeline is now accessed. Confirmation of flow and ease of your desired outcome. You can repeat this in your mind now. I choose to allow the new timeline and parallel universe to be safely aligned for my desired outcome from this time forward. I choose to feel expansive. I choose to love the universe. I choose to love myself. I choose to receive from the universe, and I allow myself to receive all the gifts and abundance that this universe has for me. I choose the new parallel timeline for my intention to manifest. I allow and receive all that universal source energy has to offer for freedom, peace, love, and abundance. I choose to maintain my new existing parallel universe from this point forward. Take a nice deep breathe in and allow your energy to settle down. And let's now thank the healing temple, thank the Creator, thank the guides and angels, thank the spirit animals, thank the gods and the goddesses, and all the ascended masters who helped us in this transition today. Feeling the gratitude, feeling the love, we are now slowly coming back down. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and you will be ready to commence your parallel universe for your intention as we reach down. Coming down, 10, getting ready to leave. 9, feeling the shift as you come down into this new parallel universe. 8, feeling completely aligned to this new universe that you're coming down to. 7, prepare for the transition. 6, allowing yourself to receive all this beautiful universe has to offer you. 5, taking a deep breath. 4, feeling the new connection, the new you. 3, coming down into your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers. 2, getting ready to commence. And 1, ready to start your new life. Take a stretch. Take a deep breath. Ooh. How do you feel? Drink some water and take rest. I'll let you go. Take a break. Allow yourself to relax a little bit. I'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do send me your feedback. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of love. Bye-bye.